Hey there, welcome back to my channel, and hello if you're new. My name is Raven, and today we are going to be having another cozy vlog. Starting off, I made some tea in one of my favorite mugs. I've noticed that I've avoided using this mug because it feels too pretty, and I really want to break the habit of not enjoying things because they feel too precious. I was feeling pretty mentally cluttered. I've been kind of in a transitional period, and it's led to a bit of an overhaul of some of my routines and systems, or more accurately, an expansion and evolution maybe. I've shared a bit of my journey with recovering from burnout and working through trauma over the last few years, and I can finally say that I've gotten to a point where I'm not purely in survival mode and just treading water. I'm starting to be able to focus more on the future and what I want to work towards, which is really exciting for me as someone who didn't plan on having a future for most of my life. I'm in a place where I can be hopeful and excited without it feeling forced or inauthentic, and I'm also able to navigate my own limitations and needs in a way that is more respectful and gentle towards myself. Overall, it feels a lot more balanced, or it potentially balanced. I'm still tweaking and refining things, but I'm trying to do it in small ways so that I'm not swinging a pendulum wildly from one side of the other, which is more easily said than done when your ADHD wants to be as impulsive as possible. I've been adjusting my work schedule to give myself enough time for each priority without being mentally exhausting, and while I've been figuring out that, my house care tasks have been a little more on the back burner. I'm okay with that theoretically, but in practicality, I'm also overwhelmed easily by my surroundings being messy, so it's causing a bit of friction. Today, I just wanted to focus on tying up a few loose ends around the house without throwing my entire routine out the window and starting a bigger project like rearranging furniture than I should realistically do in a day without it being planned. After I got my planning and check-in done, I wanted to fix my nail. I had painted them the day before and the index finger rolled off like the very same night, and I think the universe was playing a joke on me because literally right when I finished putting all of the gel stuff away, the gel peeled off of the index finger on my other hand. I don't know if it's because I overfiled or something, but I gave up and just left my nails alone after that. I need to do a complete reorganization of this shelf unit, but today I just wanted to try and condense some of the cubes that made sense. Mainly I wanted to get that box of yarn that was on the printer into a shelf so that it just, I don't know, it was just bothering me.
I'm busy. Well, you heard about that business in the capital the other day, right? Here's myself, as a matter of fact. I didn't expect to get a promotion just for doing my duty, truly. What's a boy to do that? But they insisted, so, well... Oh, dear.
Again, just listening to this guy makes
Tell me more!
Well, if you want me to. Having some of that black see me so cute. Why does it make my stomach all tingly?
I also tried to take my microphone apart, all of the exterior pieces of my microphone apart, because I thought that I had it part on backwards, but basically I ended up putting it together the exact same way that I already had it, and I tightened everything a little bit. I think that took me like half an hour to just end up where I started.
Everybody makes the room every month. We fixed up the church and laid it in a pub. More grimoires.
One of the things that I've been putting off in my office has been hanging up my embroidery pieces. In my head, I wasn't allowed to hang them up until I decided on a layout that followed like all of the fancy rules about spacing and balance, and until I had gotten some narrower screws or nails. I keep forgetting to get narrower screws, and I don't like the idea of trying to figure out a wall layout. Like, I just have no interest in actually putting in effort to do it. So I decided that the rules that I self-imposed were just no longer existing, and I decided to just hang things up willy-nilly. I'm not too worried about the pieces looking spaced out wrong or off balance because I know that I'm just going to keep adding stuff to the wall as I complete more projects. I think I just want to get more variety of shapes and sizes of frames at some point, but having them hung up and no longer in a little dump pile felt really nice. I felt bad for them when they were in a pile, and my walls in here are so empty, and I like having artwork that I made myself hanging up and not like clutter, because most of my stuff is clutter at this point. I didn't intentionally procrastinate on this task, but I actually couldn't find the finishing spray for like a couple of weeks, and I found it the day before I filmed this, so it was finally time to seal the hoops that I painted several videos ago and get them closer to being finished and sent to their proper homes. Once the hoops were set out to dry, I was ready to just finish sewing the cursed skirt. I was just finishing the hem and adding in the zipper. The hem didn't take very long, but I had started the zipper a few days ago while I was sleepy and confused, so I had to figure out what went wrong and how to fix it from there. I don't mind sewing in zippers when I am awake enough to do them properly, but I'm realizing that I find them really uncomfortable to wear, so I'm hoping to figure out some other closure options in the future, or to find more comfortable zippers, or both. Both would be a good option. I ordered a couple of things from Joann Fabrics, and I couldn't help but crack up at how comically large the box was for these tiny items that I purchased. I ordered a Clover & Moore 1.5mm hook for the lace weight project that I've been working on, and a Clover seam guide. When I get to a place where brands want to sponsor me, I hope to be hearing from Clover, because I haven't had a product of theirs that I didn't really like, but until then, not sponsored. All weekend I was craving blueberry muffins, so once a few of those loose ends were tied and I just felt a little more clear, I wanted to get some baking done. I've been specifically looking for recipes that offer the measurements by weight. I can't remember where I found this recipe, but it came out pretty much exactly how I wanted the muffins to come out. I didn't realize I was almost out of white sugar, but I substituted brown sugar and it worked perfectly fine. I added some frozen blueberries and clementine zest, and it was exactly what I was craving. I also use the juice from the clementines to make a glaze. I hate using powdered sugar to make frostings, but I love making glazes and drizzles. I just don't like making frosting, and I don't know why. I also had a lot of issues with the glaze drying up, both on the fork and in the tip of the piping bag, but there are worse things than a muffin with extra icing, so it's fine. It was just a little nerve-wracking while doing the piping bag because I was terrified that the bag was going to bust or that it was going to like shoot out the back towards me. Mostly I just had to keep picking off the like dried sugar, which doesn't sound good. Once the muffins were done and the rabbits were appeased with their dinner, I wanted to settle in and test out my new hook. I partially convinced myself that an ergonomic hook wouldn't make much of a difference with this project, and that was immediately disproven. It was so much easier to grip and I didn't get any thumb pain, and the stitch work was just so much easier to get through even though I was using the same exact hook size. Also, the handle being yellow made it easier to find when I dropped it, which I'm sure is not intentional, but it was very helpful.
Greetings, my darling sister Marie. I'm just a blind village where you live. New magic night.
What do you mean? I don't know.
Well, Marie's cute sister knew.
Oh, you doing mean things to him? What I was expecting.
It's awfully noisy out here.
Remember at the beginning of the video when I said that I wasn't gonna start a big project out of being impulsive? I lied. I'm a liar. I don't wear pants because they are always on fire. I got the urge to move the futon over to the window for better lighting. I just decided to just go with it, and so I moved all of the furniture. I feel like visually it's a little more cluttered and very off balance, especially since I actually took the recliner out of this room and put it in Zach's room. But it's really comfortable for reading and crocheting, and the angle doesn't get any glare from the window on the TV, so it kind of works. I don't know how to make the room feel a little less nest-like. I don't know if that's even a bad thing, but it does. It feels like a nest.
What you need is a more
Once I was done running amok, I did actually get some crocheting done. I even went outside to try and crochet while the sun was setting. I love my hammock chair, but it is not comfortable to crochet in because of the way that it makes my back curl forwards. We're quickly approaching the time of the year where I can't go outside for more than a few minutes regardless, so I'm just trying to enjoy it while I can before I have to wait inside for the air to not be really gross and burning me alive. Having low heat tolerance and sun tolerance is really fun. We all know it. When it got too dark to crochet, I came back inside and I made some iced tea to cool down. My summer favorite combo so far has been Irish breakfast and peppermint. I've watched some more Black Clover and played some Palia. I've been switching between Palia and Zelda lately, depending on if I'm in the mood to be on my laptop or on my Switch. I think I like parts of Zelda more than Palia. I've never finished a Zelda game. I recently restarted Breath of the Wild because I hadn't opened my save file since August. So far I think I like Zelda when I'm in the mood to do something, and I like Palia when I want to be a little bit more social and a little less task oriented.
There are tourist hotspots around the world. America. I can tell that we're in Hollywood.
Like the kids in their 20s, and these kids became known as the Manson family.
I'm here to find out why the Manson murders became one of America's biggest crime stories. Remains in prison and remains America's boogeyman.
He's still alive?
Hi, sweet boy. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know that you stayed until the end by leaving a croissant emoji in the comments. Subscribe for more cozy vlogs, and I hope you are having a wonderful day or that tomorrow is better. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye!